Hello, my name is Chastity, and I will be talking about Henry Schlinger, also known as Hank Schlinger. So, a little bit about Hank Schlinger is that he is a psychologist. He is a board certified behavior analyst, doctoral level. So, he is a BCBA-D, and he has contributions in both the field of psychology and applied behavior analysis. So his dates active are from 1988 to present day. So I said 1988 because I found a journal article by him, which was also co-authored with another peer of his whose name is Alan Poling, and that was evaluation of a procedure to measure the time course of a drug's behavioral action. And so that is why I stated this 1988 time frame, because that was the earliest publication that I found on Schlinger. And also he is currently a professor. So he teaches graduate courses in ABA as well as introductory psychology and history and systems of psychology at California State University, which is located in Los Angeles. And he also teaches part-time at the Chicago School of Professional Psychology, and this is located in Los Angeles, California as well, and this is in their Applied Behavior Analysis department. So the articles that I used to do my paper are as follows, and as you can see, all are published by Schlinger and one is co-authored with Norman. So it is Theory of Mind and Overview and Behavioral Perspective, Behavioral versus Cognitive Views of Speech Perception and Production, On the Origin and Functions of the Term Functional Analysis, Behavior Analysis and the Good Life, and the Importance of Analysis in Applied Behavior Analysis. So, this particular publication or journal article, Theory of Mind and Overview and Behavioral Perspective, basically gave an overview of the theory of mind concept. And theory of mind concept is basically a concept that refers to being able to infer the cognition or emotions of others and make decisions based on their cognition or emotions. It also discusses how theory of mind relates to applied behavior analysis and also verbal behaviors which affects the child's learning environment. So this journal article provides a better understanding of the speech acquisition through a behavioristic approach. Speech production and perception are researched in this article, and it is described from a cognitive point of view. But it also gives a thorough analysis of behavior analytic approach on speech, which this was interesting because researchers usually tend to not acknowledge the behavioristic account of speech perception and production. Okay, on the origin and functions of the term functional analysis. So this publication discussed how the term functional analysis was derived and how functional analysis is essentially the same thing as an experimental analysis. And it talked about how the concept of experimental analysis was initially used to understand verbal behavior. Behavior analysis in the good life was an article which addressed how it is not the duty of behavior analysts to promote behaviors which are deemed as positive by society, but instead the author speaks of how it is the duty of the behavior analyst to help alter the environment of the client and to make the environment conducive to positive behaviors. And last but not least, the importance of analysis in applied behavior analysis. It basically describes what it means to be a behavior analyst and what it means to analyze behaviors. It discussed whether or not practitioners should carry out experimental analyses, or if they should, what kind of training should be required. It addressed if an experimental or functional analysis should be used in research related to ABA. And I gave a definition just in case one may not know what functional analysis means. But essentially, it examines a specific behavior to figure out what the cause or the function of the behavior is. It looks at the antecedent of a behavior. So basically, an antecedent is something that occurs prior to a behavior. And it also looks at the consequence. A functional analysis looks at the consequence of a behavior. And these are the interview questions which I have for Schlinger. So first and foremost, if I ever had a chance to conduct an interview with him, I would ask, which do you find more fulfilling, teaching as a graduate professor or conducting research? Which I can pretty much ask any professor that both teaches and conducts research. Okay, question number 2. Working in both the field of psychology and behavior analysis, what do you find is the greatest intersectionality amongst the two disciplines? Which is very interesting to me because I have my undergraduate degree in psychology and now I am pursuing my license in behavior analysis. So my third question would be, having attained a master's degree in experimental psychology, do you think it had an effect on you becoming a better BCBA, or do you think it had no effect at all? Question number 4, being that you were able to achieve 75 publications over the course of the years, what advice would you give to new researchers aspiring to publish many publications in their future career? And question number 5, with the American Psychological Association, which is the APA, having over 50 divisions of psychology, what life event specifically led you to choosing behavior analysis? Also, what about this field motivates you and keeps you going? And lastly, the importance of Dr. Schlinger. So basically, I discussed his population, whom he works with, which are children, and one of his books that he published. And also, I would say the importance of Dr. Schlinger is his contributions to both the field of ABA and psychology. And I stated that he has over 75 publications, so he has contributed to both disciplines a great deal. And as I also stated, he has been active as early as 1988. And something important on Schlinger's faculty web page, which was the California State University, Los Angeles, his faculty webpage, he stated that his goal is to train competent behavior analysts and critical scientific thinkers, which I agree this is very important and we need more of. And thank you for listening to my presentation, and that concludes it.